3 pounds. That's how much muscle you're losing every decade after 40, silently, invisibly. You feel it when you suddenly can't open that jar, struggle with grocery bags, or find yourself breathless after climbing stairs you've used for years. Imagine waking up one morning, reaching to lift yourself from bed, but your once reliable body betrays you. Your legs tremble, arms shake, and panic surges through you as you realize your independence is slipping away, stolen by an enemy you never saw coming. This isn't a rare condition. It's happening to you right now. Think of your muscles as a savings account. After 50, someone's making daily withdrawals without your knowledge. Your strength, mobility, and independence, all draining away while you're simply living your life. But I have news that will change everything for you today. In the next few minutes, I'll reveal 9 specific foods backed by Harvard, WHO, and dozens of clinical studies that act like security guards for your muscles, protecting what you have and rebuilding what you've lost, even if you're already in your 80s or 90s. Stay with me to discover how these simple foods can help you reclaim your strength and independence faster than you ever thought possible. Think of sarcopenia as a thief that breaks into your home at night. It doesn't take everything at once, just a little strength each day. So quietly you barely notice until one day you've lost 30% of your muscle power. This muscle thief, doctors call it sarcopenia, affects nearly everyone over 50. Unlike arthritis or other painful conditions that announce themselves loudly, sarcopenia works in shadows, stealing your strength fiber by fiber. How do you know if this thief has already been visiting you? Watch for these warning signs. That new struggle to push yourself up from low chairs. The surprising effort it now takes to carry groceries from car to kitchen. Catching yourself on handrails during a slight stumble. Feeling unusually tired after activities you've done for years. Noticing clothes fitting differently as muscle turns to fat. Do you remember when you could easily lift your grandchild? Or when you could garden for hours without feeling drained? The difference isn't just getting older. It's sarcopenia actively stealing your muscle. The World Health Organization recognizes this as a medical condition requiring intervention, not an inevitable part of aging you should accept. According to Harvard Medical School research, you can lose up to 1/3 of your muscle mass after 60, with the process actually beginning in your early 50s without sending a single warning pain. The numbers are startling. Over half of adults above 80 have advanced sarcopenia, but what should concern you most is that it begins taking your strength in your 50s while you're still feeling relatively young. 1. Brown rice, your muscles' fuel reserve. Picture brown rice as a slow-burning log in your muscles' energy fireplace, while white rice is like paper that burns hot and fast, leaving you empty. Unlike its processed white cousin, brown rice contains the complete grain kernel, packed with magnesium, B vitamins, and complex carbohydrates that provide sustained energy for muscle maintenance. Think of it as premium, long-lasting fuel for your muscle cells. Before switching to brown rice, I'd get that mid-afternoon crash that left me too tired to even cook dinner, shares James, 67. Now I have steady energy all day, enough to play with my grandkids after dinner. The science is clear. Your muscles need a steady supply of energy to prevent breakdown. When your energy crashes, your body can turn to your muscles as an emergency fuel source, literally dissolving your strength to keep you going. Brown rice prevents these crashes through complex carbohydrates that release energy slowly throughout the day. For maximum muscle benefits, replace white rice with brown rice 3 to 4 times weekly. Start with half-cup servings alongside a protein source. Think of this simple swap as putting money back into your strength savings account with every bite. Beyond muscle support, brown rice feeds your heart and digestive health, systems that become your crucial allies in maintaining independence as you age. 2. Quinoa, the complete muscle builder. While often mistaken for a grain, quinoa is actually a seed that works like brown rice's more powerful cousin in your muscle preservation strategy. What makes quinoa your muscle's best friend? It contains all 9 essential amino acids, making it a complete protein rarely found in plant foods. I never realized how much more energy I had until I started having quinoa instead of pasta 3 times a week, shares Margaret, 72. 6 months in, and I can feel the difference when I'm carrying laundry upstairs. No more stopping halfway to catch my breath. A single cup of quinoa delivers about 8 grams of protein along with magnesium, iron, and B vitamins that work together like a construction crew rebuilding your muscle tissue. Unlike many superfoods with exaggerated benefits, quinoa's muscle-supporting properties are documented in multiple clinical studies. Quinoa also stabilizes your blood sugar, preventing the spikes and crashes that trigger inflammation and muscle breakdown. Its high magnesium content, 122 milligrams per cup, directly supports muscle contraction and relaxation, addressing a common deficiency in older adults that leads to muscle cramps and weakness. How to make quinoa a daily ally. Cook it just like rice, 1 part quinoa to 2 parts water, aiming for 2 to 3 servings weekly. For breakfast, try it as a hot cereal with berries and nuts, or as a base for lunch bowls with colorful vegetables and healthy fats. 3. Walnuts, your muscles' protective armor. Imagine inflammation as rust, slowly corroding your muscle machinery from within. Walnuts are your rust-proofing solution. These brain-shaped nuts actively shield your muscles from inflammatory damage that accelerates after 50. They contain the highest amount of plant-based omega-3s of any common nut, creating a protective barrier around your muscle fibers. As we age, our bodies produce more inflammatory compounds, like internal acid, slowly dissolving our muscle tissue. A landmark Tufts University study showed that the unique combination of MALA, polyphenols, and vitamin E in walnuts dramatically reduces these inflammatory markers associated with muscle wasting. The difference in my recovery time after gardening was noticeable within just 2 weeks of eating walnuts daily, reports Robert, 68. Before, my muscles would feel sore for days after working in the yard. Now I'm back out there the next morning. No problem. Beyond fighting inflammation, walnuts provide 4 grams of protein per ounce, while also delivering magnesium and phosphorus, minerals that act like spark plugs for energy production within your muscle cells. Daily Muscle Protection Plan. Eat 1 to 1.5 ounces, about 14 walnut halves, daily, about a handful. Add them to your morning yogurt, afternoon salad, or enjoy them alone as a satisfying snack. For maximum benefit, try soaking them overnight in water, which makes their nutrients more absorbable and easier to digest. 4. Blueberries, rapid recovery accelerators. Do you remember how quickly you used to bounce back from activity in your 30s and 40s? Blueberries can help restore that recovery power. These tiny berries work like repair crews for your muscles, rushing to fix damage that accumulates with age. They're not just good for you, they're specifically good for aging muscles in ways researchers are just now discovering. The science is fascinating. Every movement creates tiny tears in your muscle fibers, which normally repair stronger. That's how muscles grow. But with age, this repair process slows dramatically. The compounds giving blueberries their vibrant color, anthocyanins, speed up this repair process, literally accelerating how quickly your muscles recover. A groundbreaking study found that older adults consuming blueberries regularly recovered muscle function up to 60% faster after exertion compared to those who didn't eat these berries. That's the difference between bouncing back from activity the next day versus being sore for almost a week. I was always sore for days after playing with my grandkids, explained Susan, 65. Since adding blueberries to my morning routine, I can get down on the floor to play and actually get back up without groaning and do it again the next day. Blueberries also contain vitamin C, essential for collagen production, the scaffolding that holds your muscles together. This becomes crucial as your natural collagen production plummets after 50. Simple implementation. Aim for a half cup daily, either fresh or frozen. Frozen blueberries often contain higher nutrient levels as they're harvested and frozen at peak ripeness. Add them to morning oatmeal, blend into protein-rich smoothies, or enjoy as a sweet treat after dinner instead of inflammatory desserts. 5. Flax seeds, the overlooked muscle multiplier. What if a tiny seed could be the missing piece in rebuilding your strength? Flax seeds might look insignificant, but they're nutritional giants for your muscles. Think of flax seeds as tiny delivery trucks carrying a unique triple action benefit: omega-3 fatty acids that cool inflammation, high-quality plant protein that builds muscle, and soluble fiber that enhances absorption of all other nutrients in your muscle-building plan. I was skeptical about something so small making any difference, admits Patricia, 76. But after adding ground flax to my morning routine, I can now climb stairs without stopping to rest, something I hadn't been able to do in years. The muscle-supporting power of flax works through both direct and backdoor pathways. Directly, their alpha-linolenic acid content fights inflammation that accelerates muscle breakdown. Indirectly, and this is crucial after 50, their soluble fiber dramatically improves nutrient absorption, right when your digestive efficiency naturally declines with age. Research published in the Journal of Food Science and Technology showed that the lignin compounds in flax seeds have powerful antioxidant properties that protect muscle cells from damage, like putting a shield around each muscle fiber. Daily implementation. Consume 1 to 2 tablespoons of freshly ground flax seeds daily. Whole seeds pass through undigested. Sprinkle them on cereals or yogurt, or blend into smoothies. Store whole seeds in the refrigerator and grind only what you need each day in a coffee grinder to preserve their delicate oils. 6. Cottage cheese, your overnight muscle guardian. Did you know your muscles are most vulnerable when you're sleeping? This humble dairy product works the night shift, protecting your strength. Cottage cheese contains casein protein, a slow-digesting protein that provides a steady stream of amino acids to your muscles for up to 7 hours while you sleep. Think of it as a time-release capsule of muscle protection working through the night. This overnight protection is crucial because most muscle repair happens during sleep, yet this is also when muscle breakdown accelerates due to the fasting state. Without protection, your body can actually consume its own muscle tissue while you sleep, especially after 50. I've tried expensive protein supplements, but nothing worked as well as having cottage cheese before bed, shares William, 64. Within a month, I noticed my grip strength improving, something that had been declining for years. A Dutch clinical study confirmed that consuming casein protein before bedtime resulted in 22% higher muscle synthesis rates during sleep in older adults. That's like getting an extra day of muscle building every week while you sleep. Beyond its protein content, cottage cheese is exceptionally rich in leucine, the key amino acid that acts like a light switch turning on muscle building. For adults over 50, whose muscle building switch becomes harder to flip, the high leucine content in cottage cheese helps overcome this age-related challenge. Simple bedtime routine. Eat half cup of cottage cheese about an hour before bedtime. Choose varieties with 2% fat, as some fat helps with nutrient absorption. For better flavor, mix with berries, cinnamon, or a drizzle of honey. Your muscles will thank you in the morning. 7. Greek yogurt, activating your internal strength factory. Greek yogurt isn't just regular yogurt's stronger cousin. It's a muscle-building powerhouse with unique benefits scientists are just now discovering. With triple the protein of regular yogurt due to its straining process, Greek yogurt delivers slow-digesting protein, while also offering what might be the most overlooked muscle-building secret: probiotics that enhance nutrient absorption from everything else you eat. I switched from regular yogurt to Greek yogurt for breakfast, and within 3 weeks, I could open jars again without asking for help, shares Elizabeth, 71. It was the first time in years I felt my strength coming back. The science connecting Greek yogurt to muscle health reveals multiple pathways working together. First, it provides protein that directly feeds muscle growth. Second, and this is where Greek yogurt stands apart, the probiotic cultures support gut health, which connects directly to muscle function through what scientists call the gut-muscle axis. In plain English, a healthy gut dramatically boosts your muscles by enhancing how well you absorb and use nutrients from all foods in your muscle-building plan. Think of it as making everything else you eat work better. A fascinating study in the Journal of Cachexia, Sarcopenia and Muscle found that certain probiotic strains significantly reduce inflammatory markers associated with muscle wasting. Greek yogurt also contains naturally occurring creatine, a compound that fuels muscle energy production and typically decreases with age. Weekly implementation: eat 3 to 4 servings, 3/4 cup each weekly, choosing plain unsweetened varieties and adding your own fresh fruit, walnuts, or a small amount of honey for flavor. For maximum probiotic benefits, look for products labeled with live and active cultures. 8. Fatty fish. The inflammation extinguisher. Imagine inflammation as a slow-burning fire consuming your muscle tissue from within. Fatty fish pour water on these flames. Salmon, mackerel, sardines, and other fatty fish are among the most powerful foods for combating muscle loss, primarily through their omega-3 fatty acid content that works like a specialized fire extinguisher for the inflammation that accelerates after 50. I started eating salmon twice a week after watching my mother lose her ability to walk independently. Shares Michael, 58. 6 months in, I can feel the difference in my recovery after tennis. I'm playing better now than I did 5 years ago. The comprehensive mechanism behind fatty fish's muscle benefits is well documented. As we age, chronic inflammation becomes a major driver of muscle loss. The specific omega-3 fatty acids EPA and DHA found in fatty fish have potent anti-inflammatory effects, directly targeting the processes that accelerate muscle breakdown. A landmark study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition demonstrated that older adults supplementing with omega-3s, equivalent to eating fatty fish regularly, experienced increased muscle protein synthesis and significantly greater muscle volume over time compared to those who didn't. The effect was particularly pronounced when combined with even light physical activity. Beyond omega-3s, fatty fish provide high-quality complete protein and vitamin D, a nutrient many older adults are severely deficient in, and which plays a crucial role in muscle function. Research from the University of Birmingham found that adequate vitamin D levels are strongly associated with up to 25% better muscle strength and significantly reduced fall risk in elderly populations. Weekly implementation include 2 to 3 servings of fatty fish weekly, with each serving being about 4 ounces, roughly the size of your palm. For those concerned about contaminants, smaller fish like sardines and herring provide the benefits with lower mercury risk. 9. L'important messi essenziali del ben bloc. While all previously mentioned foods provide specific benefits in our 3-part strategy, adequate, high-quality protein remains the cornerstone of maintaining strength after 50. Lean proteins like chicken, turkey, lean beef, and legumes provide the essential raw materials your body needs to rebuild muscle tissue. The science is conclusive and surprising. After 50, your body needs significantly more protein to stimulate muscle growth, not less as was once believed. Research from McMaster University found that older adults require 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein per meal, compared to 15 to 20 grams for younger adults, to optimally trigger muscle growth. The research on protein needs as we age completely changed my approach, explains Dr. Jennifer Martinez, gerontologist. I now recommend all my patients over 60 increase their protein intake and distribute it evenly throughout their day for optimal muscle preservation. Think of protein as the bricks needed to rebuild your muscle house. Without enough bricks, repairs simply can't happen no matter what else you do. What makes these proteins particularly valuable is their high leucine content, the amino acid that acts as the primary trigger for muscle synthesis. I started focusing on protein at every meal instead of just dinner, shares Richard, 70. The difference in my strength was noticeable within a month. I can now carry all my groceries in one trip again, something I hadn't done in years. Beyond amino acids, these proteins deliver other muscle-supporting nutrients. Creatine, especially in beef, iron, zinc, and B vitamins, all crucial for energy production and oxygen transport within muscle tissue. Daily protein strategy. Aim for 25 to 30 grams of protein at each meal, which translates to approximately 4 ounces of chicken, turkey, or fish, about the size of your palm. 5 ounces of lean beef or pork. 1 cup of Greek yogurt plus 2 eggs. 1.5 cups of legumes combined with whole grains. Now that you understand the 3 core strategies and 9 powerful foods that combat muscle loss, let's put everything together into a practical 7-day action plan that makes implementation simple. Day 1. Foundation building. Start with just 2 foods. Add ½ cup brown rice at lunch and ½ cup cottage cheese before bed. Begin with these fundamentals to establish an energy foundation and overnight muscle protection. Day 2. Add morning protection. Continue day 1 foods. Add 1 cup Greek yogurt with 1 tablespoon ground flax seeds at breakfast. Day 3. Incorporate anti-inflammatories. Continue previous foods. Add a ¼ cup blueberries to your morning yogurt. Add 7 walnut halves as an afternoon snack. Day 4. Boost protein power. Continue previous foods. Add 4 ounces of salmon or other fatty fish at dinner. Day 5. Energy enhancement. Continue previous foods. Replace brown rice with ½ cup quinoa for additional protein benefits. Days 6 to 7. Consolidation. Continue with all foods, noticing how your energy and strength feel different. Take note of any improvements in morning energy, stair climbing, or grip strength. 1 week. That's all it takes to feel the first signs of your muscle renaissance. 2 months to rebuild what you thought was lost forever. The scientific evidence couldn't be clearer. Muscle loss isn't an inevitable sentence you must accept with age. With the strategic 3-part approach we've explored, energy foundation foods, anti-inflammatory shields, and protein activators, you can maintain and even rebuild muscle mass at any age. Real-world results tell the story. Studies show that even 90-year-olds regain significant muscle in just 6 weeks with these nutritional strategies when properly implemented. Imagine what's possible for you. Remember, muscle loss starts silently in your 50s, but the time to act is now, before losses become harder to reverse. By incorporating these 9 powerful foods into your daily life through our simple 7-day plan, you're not just fighting muscle loss, you're reclaiming your independence, mobility, and quality of life for decades to come. You aren't alone in this fight. Thousands of adults over 50 are already using these exact foods to reclaim their strength. Join them today. Start with just one food from our 7-day plan. The power to preserve your strength and independence is literally in your hands, starting with your very next meal. Which of these muscle-saving foods will you add to your plate today? Don't keep this life-changing information to yourself. Share this video with someone you care about who might be struggling with unexplained weakness or fatigue. Together, we can defeat the silent muscle thief and maintain strength and vitality well into our golden years. Remember, your muscles don't know how old you are. They only know how you feed them. Feed them right starting today.